piece I'm really known for is in the Cocina, and it's a piece about my mother's cooking and the things that I grew up watching in the kitchen. I was born and raised on the south side of Chicago. My parents are from Puerto Rico. I currently reside in Los Angeles. Mommy's making mambo, mommy's making mambo in the domain of the Del Valle kitchen. My mother is the dictator. I refer to it as Carmen's culinary queendom. She becomes a cuisine conquistadora, wielding a freshly sharpened knife like a sword above her head. Here, Goya doesn't stand a chance. No prepackaged. She is the menu mercenary, the soldier of soul food. You need to back the hell up, cause mommy is making mambo. In a lot of different cultures, the kitchen is kind of like Grand Central Station, and it's the hearth of the home, and everything happens in the kitchen. So it's basically just kind of like a reminiscence of what I saw growing up, the sights and the smells and the sounds and the music and the food and the conversations I would have with my mother as a little girl growing up in the kitchen. She hangs the hats of iron chefs off the windowsill like roast duck trophies and laughs at the sight of any edible food item. No meats in the freezer, spam and corned beef in a can are transformed into virtual filet mignon. Rice cooks itself instantly at her command, and beans jump into bubbling pots, shrieking, Carmen, please, please, cook me, master, please, honor me with your spice. Emerald and Julia Childs, mere hamburger flippers in her presence, cause mommy's making mambo. My favorite memory of my mom being in the kitchen is when she'd always kick us out because we were in the way. But every time you'd go into the kitchen, it would just like, it's just like a sensory overload. It's like all these smells and all these colors, and the TV's on low, and the radio was always on, and she was always singing, and she'd always have like 5 pots going at the same time, and somehow the kitchen would still be immaculate. It was there in my mother's kitchen that I learned more than just how to cook. It's where I learned the essence of rhythm and power. I learned to dance in the midst of clanging clave pots and wooden mortars and pestles. She would say to me, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach and your hips, so you better learn how to cook, mija. I learned to dance in my mother's kitchen, and I got all the secret recipes. 2.5 cups of caderas, a pound of gyrating pelvis, a pinch of pursed lips, a tablespoon of shaking shoulders, and a generous helping of so combine and mix. And now I'm dancing the way my mother cooks, slow, sultry, spicy, sabrosa, natural, instinctively, dripping sweet sweat like fresh leche de coco, spinning as fast as piraguas melt in summertime Southside heat, dancing with as much kick as cuchifrito and bacaldi, standing strong like a morning time bustelo, dancing as urgently as a shot of roncaña, cooling myself off with cola champagne, pounding like a papaya bongo, steamy as pasteles at Christmas. Everyone has a voice. And everyone has to use their voice because nobody else's voice is like yours. Nobody else can speak for you. Nobody else can think for you. Nobody else walks in your shoes. And for you to make an impact in the world, for you to live an extraordinary life, or a life that's worth living, and a life that has meaning, you have to be able to express yourself and share yourself with people. If you can't share your truest self with people, then life is just kind of boring and dry and ordinary. Hip-hoppy mambo like a piña colada in my mouth, watering for music with sabor en cadera, soothes down my hips, dulce eselias azúcar, con dulzura, I'm cooking with sabor, I'm bailando con sabor, cause mommy's making mambo, mommy's making mambo. Mamucha, come eat, the food's ready.